Hello students. In today's class we will continue with a few more sums of midpoint theorem. So in the last class we did till third sum. Now the fourth one. The fourth question is a figure based sum where you have a trapezium ABCD in which AB is parallel to DC and P is the midpoint of AD and PR is parallel to AB. To prove PR is equal to half AB plus CD. So here ABCD is a trapezium where AB is parallel to CD. P is the midpoint of AD. In triangle ABD, P is the midpoint. So in triangle ABD, P is the midpoint of AD and PQ is parallel to AB. So PQ is parallel to AB because it is given PR is parallel to AB and parallel to DC. So Q is the midpoint of DB by converse of midpoint theorem. So here you are using the converse of midpoint theorem to prove that Q is the midpoint of BD. Now if you observe, P and Q are the midpoints. P and Q are the midpoints of AD and DB. So what will happen? PQ will become parallel to AB and PQ will be equal to half AB. So PQ is parallel to AB and therefore PQ is equal to half of AB. This is your equation 1 and this you got it by midpoint theorem. So first equation you got. Now moving on to the next triangle, triangle BCD. In triangle BCD, Q is the midpoint of BD because we have already proved that Q is the midpoint and QR is parallel to DC. Therefore, R is the midpoint of BC. In triangle BCD, Q is the midpoint of DB and QR is parallel to DC. Therefore, R is the midpoint of BC by converse of midpoint theorem. Now you have got Q as the midpoint and R as the midpoint. So we can say that Q and R are the midpoints of DB and BC. Therefore, QR is equal to half DC. Q and R are the midpoints of DB and BC and QR is parallel to DC. Therefore, you have QR is equal to half DC. This is by midpoint theorem. This is equation 2. Now if you observe, you have got two equations, equation 1 and equation 2. So adding equation 1 and equation 2, we get your equation 1 is PQ on the left hand side and QR is on the equation 2 and therefore half of AB plus half DC. Now if you observe, what is PQ plus QR? PQ plus QR is PR PR is equal to half of AB plus DC. Hence proved. Now moving on to the next sum, that is your seventh sum. The seventh sum says L and M are the midpoints of sides AB and DC respectively of a parallelogram ABCD. Prove that the segments DL and BM trisect diagonal AC. So, the segments DL and BM. So, join the points DL and BM and let this segment meet at P and Q. So here what are you supposed to prove? The segments DL and BM trisect the diagonal AC. Trisect means dividing into three equal parts. So you have to prove that AP is equal to PQ is equal to QC. So to prove AP is equal to PQ is equal to QC. Now we will start the proof. Here in this parallelogram ABCD, AB is equal to CD. It is opposite sides of a parallelogram. So half of AB will be equal to half of CD, which is, what is half of AB? It is LB, and half of CD is DM. So you get LB is equal to DM and LB is parallel to DM. LB is parallel to DM because AB is also parallel to CD, since they are the opposite sides of a parallelogram. So you can say that LBMD is a parallelogram. One pair of opposite sides are equal and parallel, therefore LBMD is a parallelogram. Now here we will consider the triangle DPC. In triangle DPC, you get, if you observe, M is already the midpoint and MQ is parallel to DP, therefore Q is the midpoint of PC. So in triangle DPC, M is the midpoint of DC and MQ is parallel to DP. Therefore, Q is the midpoint of PC. This is by converse of midpoint theorem. So, since Q is the midpoint of PC, you can write PQ is equal to QC. This is your equation 1. Now, in triangle AQB, L is the midpoint of AB and LP is parallel to QB. Therefore, P is the midpoint of AQ. Again, it is by converse of midpoint theorem. In triangle AQB, L is the midpoint of AB and LP is parallel to QB. Therefore, P is the midpoint of AQ by converse of midpoint theorem. Now, since P is the midpoint of since P is the midpoint of AQ, you get AP is equal to PQ. AP is equal to PQ. This is your equation 2. Now if you observe, you have got PQ is equal to QC, and here this is AP is equal to PQ. So from equation 1 and equation 2, you get AP is equal to PQ is equal to QC. Hence proved. That means this line segment is trisecting the diagonal AC. So here you are using two triangles. First is DPC and the other one is AQB. Now moving on to the next one, that is your 8th sum. This is also a figure based question. ABCD is a quadrilateral in which AD is equal to BC and EFGH are the midpoints of AB, BD, CD and AC. You have to prove that EFGH is a rhombus. Now, how to prove this? If you observe here, E and F are the midpoints. So, EF will be, this is in triangle ABD. In triangle ABD, E and F are the midpoints. So, EF will be parallel to AD and therefore EF will be equal to half of AD. So, E and F are the midpoints. Therefore, EF will be parallel to AD and EF will be equal to half AD. Equation 1, this is by midpoint theorem. Now, similarly, if you see, G and H are also the midpoints. So, GH will be parallel to AD and GH will be equal to half AD. So, G and H are the midpoints. Therefore, GH will be parallel to AD and GH will be equal to half AD. This is your equation 2, and this result also you get by midpoint theorem. Now, in the next way, in the next thing, it is H and E. H and E are the midpoints. So, HE will be parallel to BC and HE will be equal to half BC. H and E are the midpoints. Therefore, HE will be parallel to BC and HE is equal to half BC. This is your equation 3. This also you get by midpoint theorem. Now, you have two more midpoints. If you see, G and F are the midpoints. Therefore, GF will be parallel to BC and GF will be equal to half BC. So, G and F are the midpoints. Therefore, GF will be parallel to BC and GF will be equal to half BC. This is your equation 4. But if you observe the question, it is given that AD is equal to BC. So, AD is equal to BC, which is given in the question. Now, half AD will be equal to half BC. So, from equation 1, 2, 3 and 4, you get all these are equal to half AD and half BC. So, they will be equal to each other. EF is equal to GH is equal to HE is equal to GF. So EFGH is a rhombus. Since all the sides are equal, EFGH and HE and GF are equal, EFGH is a rhombus. All sides are equal, therefore the figure is a rhombus. Moving on to the next one. This is the 10th one. Here D, E, F are the midpoints of the sides AB, BC and CA respectively of triangle ABC. AE meets DF at O. So here AE is meeting DF at O. So the meeting point of AE and DF is O. P and Q are the midpoints of OP and OC respectively. So you join OB and OC. It is given that P and Q are the midpoints. So this is your P and this is your Q are the midpoints of OB and OC respectively. You have to prove that DPQF is a parallelogram. So join DP, PQ and QF. So you have to prove that DPQF is a parallelogram. Now in this figure, if you see, you have ABC is the triangle and D and F are the midpoints of AB and AC. So we can use the midpoint theorem here. You can write in triangle ABC, D and F are the midpoints of AB and AC. Therefore, DF will be parallel to BC and DF is equal to half BC by midpoint theorem. You make sure you write the reason for each statement. So this is your equation 1 where you are proving that DF is parallel to BC and DF is equal to half BC. Now in triangle OBC, we know that P and Q are the midpoints. P and Q are the midpoints of OB and OC. Therefore, PQ will be parallel to BC and PQ will be equal to half BC. This is again the result by midpoint theorem, equation 2. Now, from equation 1 and 2, you get DF is equal to PQ and DF is parallel to PQ. So DF is equal to PQ and DF is parallel to PQ. Since one pair of opposite sides are equal and parallel, it is a parallelogram. Since one pair of opposite sides are equal and parallel, DPQF is a parallelogram. Hence proved. So these are the few sums taken from the midpoint theorem, exercise 12a. Thank you, children.